So, hello, and hello, Brian. First here. How are you today? I hope you're well. Hope everything is okay overseas, over across the pond. I hope the weather is nice, just like it is here. It's beautiful here this weekend. Lovely Easter weekend. And as you can see, we are at the third round of the Nations Cup, and we are at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Ontario, or Ontario, however you want to say it. Jeff Gordon holds the fastest lap here, 1:20.352. Incredible. Shame it doesn't say which year that was. Be interesting to know when he did that. So here we are. Canada on their home turf have qualified with a 1:11.850. South Africa were 2 milliseconds. Literally minute. How close is that? Look at the top two. America qualifying in third, Mexico qualifying in fourth, Wales in fifth, Jamaica in sixth, Netherlands in seventh again, and Republic of Ireland in eighth, England ninth, and Portugal making up the top 10. Good to know. South Africa haven't finished a race this season, so they will be very happy to stay where they are, I'm very sure. Last round's winners, Portugal, where we had 15 cautions, are in 10th place, and Canada, where is Canada? Oh sorry, they're on pole, aren't they? Silly me. Let's go down then. So Croatia are at the back of the grid, not that far behind in qualifying though, really. And Finland joining them on that back row. Germany having a terrible season. Don't know what's gone on there. I'm good, thank you, Brian. Very good. Eager to get this underway, to be honest. I have tested this very thoroughly, but what does that mean? Who knows what could happen? Let's press continue and go trackside. And get this race underway, as the MC will eventually call out the cars to get their engines started, or the drivers I should say.
Driver, start your engines!
That sounded like Donald Trump. I'm sure that was Donald Trump. Shame you don't know who it is. You guys probably do in the US, but I've not got a clue who that was. Sounded like Donald Trump, probably wasn't. So here we go for our courtesy pace lap around Canadian Tire. Lovely little racetrack this. Never used it before until now. Tested it a few times today and throughout the week, and it's a really nice track. Really I've been enjoying this one today actually. So let's hope we have a good race. Very hard to overtake on this track. Very hard. So I can imagine we're going to have a lot of slipstreaming, cars sat behind cars just waiting for that opportune moment. Canada will be very happy to be on pole at their home track in the Nations Cup. As you know, we are travelling the globe in the Nations Cup this season, and Canada as our first stop away from America. And then next week we go to Mexico and then Brazil, so that will be interesting, down to Central and South America. Nope, you don't know who it is? Fair enough, no idea. It's just us at the moment, Brian. No one has joined us. I'm expecting Edgar to pop along at any point. He loves the Nations Cup, especially his home country of Netherlands, or Holland, however you like to say it. That is probably the best corner there I've noticed during setting this course up. That corner up there is brilliant for taking people on the inside. When they go wide, it's really good. So that'll be an interesting one to watch. It's going to be an interesting race. Let's hope we don't beat 15 cautions. Oh, that's fair enough. Definitely. You don't want to starve. Don't want to starve the animals. They need food just as much as us during this lockdown. Okay, mate, no worries. As we will now come to the green flag. Pace car truck, or pace truck I should say, is in. The boys come round now to look for that green flag, and there it is. We are off. We have a green for third round of the Nations Cup, and we are at Canadian Tire. Canada on pole and go to an easy lead straight away on lap 1. Easily dismissing South Africa there. We've got to be careful on this track. There's no yellow lights around the track, so we can't see if anything's happening pace car wise. Let's go to the back. Someone has come off, but I doubt that will cause a caution. No one's stopped, which is good. Everything's going fine at the back. Let's go back to Canada, who are leading this race on the first lap from pole. South Africa and America fighting it out. Both past champions. Obviously America last season have the champion sign on their back. Canada flying down this back straight. So that will be first lap complete at Canadian Tire. Great racing from Canada. Can they keep this up and keep the South Africans at bay and away from that leadership? There's the South Africans fighting it out with America by the looks of things. As I said, you will struggle to get any overtaking on this track, but there is spots where it is possible. I have seen it, and it will, I'm sure, happen today. Netherlands, they're down in 7th where they qualified. No one seems to have from away from their starting positions. There is Wales, Jamaica, Mexico, America and South Africa fighting for second place. They're now catching up with Canada, but Canada did slow down a lot there. There's that bend. That is the turn where it's quite easy to take people over there if they go wide. Looks like we have Mexico on the tail of America here. There's something wrong with that American car. They don't seem to be themselves this season. They won the championship last season. Let's be fair, they didn't win many races. Like the South Africans won 4. America won it on merit, really. They were in the top 5 a lot, which got them the points to win the championship. Is it going to be the same this year? Are they going to hang around 1st to 5th and win the championship the backdoor way again, maybe? Or is this South Africa's for the taking? Or is it Canada's year? They've already had a win this year. Can they win again? Can they go for the championship? Mexico all over the back of that American car, slowing up the other cars behind, really. Is this going to be an opportunity for Mexico to overtake the champions? I think what we'll see on this race is it will go down to pit stops. Who goes in first, who goes in after, etc, etc, and who is the fastest in the pits. That's what it will go down to, and that's when you'll see positions, grid positions will change when that happens, I'm sure. As Canada are coming accustomed to this track now. It's their home track. They should know exactly how it works. They should know the best parts of the track, and it looks like they are, because they are really running well so far. South Africa have not got nothing in that car to catch them up. America have made a gap now between them and the Mexicans, which is good. They found a bit of rhythm. Jamaica behind. There is Dutch, who are still down in 7th. There's England, who've moved up to 8th place. Very good for them. Portugal, last round winners. There they go, flying past. So We haven't got that much change going on anywhere else around the track by the looks of things. Let's go back to the front of the grid. Canada now making a move for it. What is the gap between them and the South Africans? Be interested to see. It's 7-3 at the moment. What will it be once they both go over? 106. So Canada is springing in front of the South Africans and making a big gap. Let's go to the back of the grid and see what's going on. So it looks like we've got a bit going on between Turkey and Scotland there. Look at this. You may see an overtake here at Canadian Tire. It may be an opportunity to prove that it does actually happen. Scotland going outside. There you go. There you go. Perfect from Scotland. Really well done there. What a move by the Scots. Very well done. Poor old Scotland, always around the back. There's the Chinese with Croatia. Germany, awful season. It's Brazil, Sweden, Norway, Colombia. There is the Czech Republic. South Korea, Spain. Denmark there. Just behind Northern Ireland. There's Egypt, Japan, Russia, Belgium. There's Morocco, and there's the French. So heading back to the front of the grid, there's the Argentinians. Italy, pretty bad race for them today. Lap 6. There's the Republic of Ireland, Portugal. There is England down in 8th, Netherlands in 7th still. Has anything changed at the front? Nope, nothing at all. As I said, this track, very hard to overtake. There's a lot of speed on this track, but it's just getting that opportune moment to overtake someone. We will go on board with the Canadians in a minute. Take you for a tour around the track as they start lap 7. As they go round, we will go into the cockpit. Lovely driving then from the Canadian driver. Absolutely perfect round that track. Really well done. And Brian, no, I haven't. I apologise. Been too busy enjoying the sun. I do apologise, and I will watch it either this evening or probably in the morning in bed when we wake up. Easter Sunday tomorrow, so chilled day tomorrow. Canada leading this race at Canadian Tire Motor Speedway in Ontario in Canada. Not much going on as Canada go around the slowest part of the track. There we go. There is Turkey struggling way at the back. Scotland, China, cars all sort of splishing up now, except for at the back end. We seem to have a lot going on. But again, not much overtaking happens here. And when it does, you often missed it. I have found as we go through the grid, the Dutch still in 7th. As I said, it will come down to when everyone goes into the pits, and obviously when Canada and people like that start connecting with the back markers, and then that's when things will start to happen. I noticed, Brian, that that race last night was a lot more perfect than mine. Maybe I tinkered with the track for the Piston Cup, maybe. And they're different cars, aren't they? Different physics. So the Piston Cup cars are... I can't remember what physics they are, but these are Cup physics, so perhaps that's what it is. I did think that last night. I'm not 100% certain on that. Are we potentially going towards our first pit stop this evening? As the cars come down towards the pit lane. Nope, no one is going in that I know of, especially the front guys. They are continuing into lap 10. We have 26 laps to go here in Canada. Part of the Nations Cup tour that we are now on. We have left America, we are now in Canada. Next week we go to Mexico and Brazil, then we're off over to Japan, and then Australia, and then we go to, from there we're off to Watkins, back to America, we go to Watkins, Glen, and then Talladega, and then we're back over to Europe for Rockingham in the UK, LeMan in France, and then we go to the Euro Speedway, the Super Speedway in Germany. Then we head down to South Africa for Kyalami in South Africa, lovely little road course. And then we head back to America for the last stage of the Nations Cup, where we hit Martinsville, Auto Club, and then we end it all as usual at Indianapolis. So Canada leading this race. South Africa have brought that gap down to 0.66. So either Canada are slowing up, saving their tyres, or South Africa have started to find their rhythm as well, just like America did with Mexico on their tail. America going wide there as they come out of that turn. We will have pit stops soon, I'm sure. We are on lap 11 going towards lap 12. Will they even it out, or will they do it on an odd lap? Let's take a look. We can usually tell by the way they sit on the road. Nope, they are continuing, but these boys are at the front as we go into lap 12. Canada are now 0.73, so they've just upped that. They've upped their speed. There's Turkey, not that far ahead of Canada, Scotland and China, Croatia. All the back markers. We have a little bit of a fight going on here with Brazil and Sweden. We saw Scotland overtake Turkey. Can Brazil now overtake the Swedes? No one is going in the pits yet. Maybe we will have pits on maybe lap 18, halfway point. That could be a good shout maybe. Sweden now pulling away. There's Norway, Czech Republic, and the Russians fighting out. Sorry, Colombia and the Czech Republic fighting it out. There's South Korea, Spain, Denmark, Northern Ireland. There's Egypt, keeping very quiet in this cup competition. Debutees this season, all new to them. There's the Japanese. There's the Russians and the Belgians, Morocco, France, Poland. That would be Iceland. There is Israel. Had a really good race last time round, coming third. There's Greece, who came second. Argentina. Back to Australia, Saudi Arabia. No pits yet. Oh yes, we do have pits. And it looks like we have got Canada going in the pits as well as America. So we have in pits on lap 13. Pits are on lap 13. So does that mean everyone else will go in after these? Or will they carry on? Canada now have to make up this time as they get out before anyone else. They get out before the Americans. And they head straight back out on to track as they meet Brazil. And Brazil, that was very, very close. That could have been game over for Canada. Now we will see if they can get to the front of this grid before the number 22 car, who's now considered the leader, can get back, which is South Africa. They will go in the pit, South Africa. Let's go and find where they are on the track. So there's South Africa. South Africa now go into the pits. So now, that's Mexico, sorry. Mexico and South Africa go into the pits. So let's have a look and see where Canada are. South Africa in the pits. We want to see where the Canada. A lot of pitting going on now. Canada took the went offensive, I would say. There they are. So they are going to overtake the South Africans. Here they come. Round past the pit lane entrance. Germany behind them. They're coming down the front straight. Can they get in front of South Africa? South Africa still in the pits by the looks of things. Will they come out at the same time? There's Mexico. South Africa have come out before. No, they can't have. They have. They've come out before the Canadians. South Africa now lead this race. What a pit stop from the Africans. Absolutely perfect. Well done. Thank you very much. Thank you. I didn't tweak it at all, actually. The only thing I did tweak, actually I did tweak it, was the grip, because they kept coming off, going too far, so I tweaked it so they'd stay on the track. But that's about it, really. I sort of left it as it was. I've been quite happy with it. It's quite a nice little track, especially when they all do the pits and things like that. It sort of messes everything up, and then you get the back markers, and that's when the real racing starts beginning to happen, as Canada are way down the list. But obviously they'll be second when they come over the start-finish line. They are really hot on the tail of South Africa. Look at this. We have a race on our hands now. We have a yellow flag. Something has happened somewhere. I can't tell you what. It looks like Jamaica's got a dodgy back there. It must be something to do with them. Oh, yep. There you go. Okay, so it was Jamaica, Wales. Wales just tapped them. There you go. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. You're not gonna want that to happen, are you? Ouch. Poor old Jamaica. Not had a good start to the season either. I think that'd be game over for them. Oh. Wow. Awesome. Really good from Jamaica there, but you know, unfortunate. So let's go and find South Africa, who are leading this race. Now I'm sure it is Ireland. Okay, so it's Ireland that are actually leading this race. Probably to do with the pace car and the pits, maybe. As they go off. Okay, no, maybe not. They are going off into the distance. It will be South Africa who are leading. So we have a yellow flag. Will Jamaica pull out of the race now? Is that game over for them? Yes, I thought it would be. That was a big old smack. Unfortunate for them, and unfortunate for Wales. They must feel a little bit guilty. Netherlands have dropped down to 12. Pit stop not good. Czech Republic have moved up to 6th, which is brilliant. Russia are second, Colombia are third. So obviously things will change when they come back over the start-finish line. This is our first caution of the race. I'm quite impressed. 16 laps in, having our first caution. Let's hope that's how it stays. Mexico and USA down in 7th and 8th. This is all obviously confirmed, because as you can see it looks different on the track to what it does there. It's because they haven't gone over the start-finish line, so don't start panicking. That will all justify itself shortly when they come back over. Jamaica are officially out. So let's see, as they come over the start-finish line, what will happen. Not many people viewing tonight. Lost a lot of viewers since the last Piston Cup race. Perhaps the Piston Cup race is more popular than the Nations Cup, maybe. We'll find out on Monday when it returns at Iowa. So here we go. Go over the start-finish line. We'll see where all the... there you go. So I think it is Ireland that are actually in the... It's the number 5 car that's actually leading this race. And is that because they are in the pits, maybe? Let's go and have a look. So it's Russia who are leading. They've gone round already. I'm guessing Ireland followed them round as well. So they will go to the back of the track. Let's go back to South Africa. As I said, it'll all sort itself out relatively soon. We are on a yellow on, it was lap 16. I think we'll probably restart on lap 18. Yeah, I tweaked the grip because the part of that track that you saw where they really slow down when they go high up, they kept coming off there. And I just couldn't... I had this bad feeling that it was going to bring out a lot of yellow flags. And you know what I was like last night. So I was just like, no, not having any more yellow flags like we did last night. No, we have got a race tomorrow. We are at Formula 1 tomorrow. We're at Shanghai in China for round 4 of the Formula 1 World Championship tomorrow. No night off for me. Probably going to have a night off Wednesday maybe. Or next Saturday, not too sure yet. I've just noticed that. I wonder why that is. Something obviously happened somewhere to justify the hood missing. Very, very odd. The lights have gone out on the pace car. And we'll get this race restarted very, very shortly. Put the yellow flag away, don't need that. We'll get the green out in a minute. The green out from retirement. It got used a lot yesterday, and so did the yellow. God, it's so hot here. I'm absolutely sweating. It's like 20 degrees at night. It's just madness. It's only April. This country's known for April showers and Easter. So, here we go. The green flag will come out once they get round the corner. And there it is. Green flag is out. They rev up and go. South Africa leading this race by the looks of things. Well, I thought they were. I don't think they are. I think they now have to go and chase down Russia, who are at the back of the grid. Canada in second, chasing South Africa down. A bonnet or a hood, I don't care what you call it. I know what a hood is, I know what a bonnet is. What else? What about the boot? Do you know what the boot is? Don't Google it. I'm a bit confused why Russia are still in the lead on this race when they're at the back of the grid. If anyone could explain, or unless it's just a malfunction in the game, because it's number 5 and Ireland are first and second, and they're not even at the front. It's South Africa and Canada are at the front of this grid. We're on lap 18 going into lap 19. Will it now change itself? Let's have a look. No. So I don't know what is going on there. I really did think South Africa were leading this race, but they're obviously not. So we will go to Russia, who are officially leading this race, apparently. Them and the Irish there, look. Apparently they are. It's the trunk. Yeah, the boot is the trunk. The boot is the trunk. The bonnet's the hood. It's just weird, isn't it? Why we call it that, and why you call it that? Why does everyone just call it one thing? Doesn't matter what. Just call it one thing. Slang names for things. I'm a bit weirded out why South Africa haven't retaken the lead. And I think there must be a malfunction on the track here somewhere. It's got to be something, because look, it's not changing. Oh. How weird. How weird is that, guys? How weird. It looks like that up there is wrong, because to me it looks like South Africa are leading this race, and very comfortably leading this race. Not Russia or the Republic of Ireland, who are like, what, down here somewhere? No, sorry, no, that's wrong. Where are Russia and Republic of Ireland? Can't even see them. Are they actually in this race? Oh, because they're there, aren't they? Of course they are. Silly me. They're there. So I don't know what's gone on. A bit weird how this won't seem to change. Perhaps it's a track fault, maybe. But I swear that South Africa are leading this race, with Canada behind them. As we come back round to the start-finish line, let's hope it resets itself. It's a bit of a bad thing to happen, really. A bit gutting. You don't want that to happen. Perhaps they're now classed as Russia and Republic of Ireland, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But that's wrong, whatever. So we'll switch that off. We don't want that on anymore, because that's just going to confuse people that turn up. South Africa are literally winning this race. With Canada in second, Mexico in third, and America in fourth place. So, according to that up there, Russia and the Republic of Ireland are in first and second, okay? They are over 57 seconds ahead of third place South Africa. So, that is right up there. Russia are first, Republic of Ireland are second. All to do with that pit stop and the caution coming out, I believe. Look, you can see, 55 seconds behind. South Africa behind. They're literally nearly a lap behind. What are they lapping at? 1:13. So they're nearly a lap behind. So South Africa are now chasing down Russia and Republic of Ireland by the looks of things. We are currently with the leaders. Israel missing a bonnet as well, so something happened there we missed. But again, it didn't cause a yellow, so a bit bemused by what that was. Again, if it went off track, didn't cause any issues on the track, then that's probably why. Only 2 people watching at the moment. Very, very bad. I think it is because it's Easter weekend. Of course, everyone is out and enjoying themselves, aren't they? You know, during lockdown and all. We're so busy these days. I'm drinking Copperberg strawberry at the moment. Strawberry and lime. It's absolutely beautiful. Lovely drink. It's a nice old cider. Love cider. So, Russia are leading this race, funnily enough. Absolutely absurd how it happened, but it has happened. Republic of Ireland in second, struggling to get past anyone. And that is because it's such a hard track to overtake. And it will be hard for South Africa to get any momentum to catch up with the Russians and with the Republic of Ireland. Hello, the guy. How are you? Yeah, a lot of them are missing bonnets, aren't they? Very odd. Very odd. So there are the leaders, Russia and the Republic of Ireland. How are you, the guy? Thanks for joining us, mate. We're on very low numbers tonight. The crowd is low. I think it's because it's at a road course. I think that's what it is. People don't like road courses deep down. We all know there's a lot of yellow flags, but we've only had one so far. So we're on lap 23. We've not got long to go. Russia are leading this race. Bet you never thought you'd hear that. And the Republic of Ireland is second. So, you know, what more could a British person want? Republic of Ireland and Russia leading this race. It's perfect for, you know, diplomatic reasons. As the Russians come up behind Israel, that's even better. Look at this. The Israelis are not going to let them past. I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. Where are the US? They are in fourth, I believe. There's South Africa, Canada, Mexico. No, they're in sixth. Sorry, they're in sixth place, running way behind the Russians and the Republic of Ireland, who are at the front because of a shocking crash during the caution. The caution happened. As the crash happened, the caution came out. Everyone was pitting, so it sort of messed up the leadership. I know, it's like 52 seconds in front. And it was all to do with the fact that they all went in the pits. I don't know, I can't explain it. They were all in front, they were both in front of the pace car, then they both sped off to get to the back of the grid, restarted the race, and they're in first. So, I don't know, perhaps there could be a lap in front, or just over a lap in front. Very, very weird. Can't put a finger on it, but I'm happy that we're not having 20 million cautions like we did last night and the night before. We are actually racing, and that time from South Africa has already gone down to 50 seconds. So they are catching up, and I'm sure when they go in the pits again, that will relatively sort it all out and align everyone back to normal. The Russians have got no chance of getting past Israel. This track is such a hard track to overtake on. Do you know, you're perfectly right there. It's so much lap traffic. It's going to definitely change things, especially when the pits happen again. There's bound to be another pit stop. There's got to be another pit stop, surely. Which I think that's when it will defy who wins this race. And shockingly, I don't think it's going to be Russia, but it could be. Who knows? It's been a weird start to a Nations Cup this season. Canada winning, Portugal winning, and America and South Africa have started absolutely atrociously. So, you know, who knows? I expected Canada to win this home race, but not to happen at the moment. So, no one in the pits as we go past. It will be an interesting finish, I'm sure. 10 laps to go. We are not far from finishing this race. South Africa bring it down to 48 seconds. As it looks like Norway coming out of the race now. And there they are, pulling out of the race. I'm sure that would be a caution, maybe. Let's take a look. No, it's not. They're not bringing out the caution. The car is buggered. There's something wrong with that car. They're going to have to get it back to the pit stop, to the pit lane. As South Africa are now hunting down the Irish and the Russians. You would think these boys were at the front the way they are driving. They're so far ahead, but they're not. They're behind. It's very, very odd. So we've got Israel, Argentina going into the pits. That will change things for South Africa. We've got a lot of cars going in the pits. Let's go to South Africa and see what is going on. Sorry about this. It's going to look a bit weird now. Flashing, 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 flashing. So there is South Africa with Canada. Now they're going to come around. Will they manage to get past any of them guys that are in the pit lanes? Or in the pit lane, not lanes. There's no S at the end of pit lane, Liam. Come on. So will they manage to get past them? Or are they going to go in the pits and completely mess things up for themselves? It would not shock me. Nope, they're in the right side of the track, so they're staying. Canada are going in though. Canada are going in as well as America, so South Africa carry on and continue. Norway in the pits. They didn't make it around in time to overtake anyone. Wow. So they are so far behind as the Israelis are now going to get overtaken. They will now be behind the South Africans. Now, will the Irish go into the pits? That's the next question. And there they are, the Irish and the Russians. No, they are not going in the pits, so that's going to be interesting. They are staying out, and the South Africans have not pitted. They have not pitted, I repeat, they have not pitted, which is going to mean we are going to see something epic here, I believe. Let's go to South Africa, wherever they may be. There they are. So they're in third place, but they're 45 seconds behind. It's like, you know, that's unbelievable. You wouldn't even believe that if you know, just turning up, guys. I do apologise. I don't know what's going on. We had a caution and pit stops, and it all just changed everything, which has been fun because now we're trying to decipher what actually happened here. As South Africa go in the pits, as Mexico look like they're going to follow them in. Looks like Norway will be out by the looks of things. No, they're not officially out. What is going on then? So, we are watching South Africa come in now. Will Ireland come in as well as Russia and follow these boys into the pit stops? Canada and America have been in the pits. They're now 9th and 10th in the standings. Will South Africa... Mexico have got out in front of South Africa. Slow pit stop from South Africa. There's the Netherlands. There is Ireland. Ireland have continued. They have continued on past the Russians. So the Russians have gone into the pits. This makes a big, big difference. Ireland now lead this race with Russia second. Now South Africa have to get past Ireland and Russia, I believe. I think that's right. I'm lost as well, Brian. To be honest, I am completely lost. But I'm not going to let it get to me because it's quite funny. I quite like it. It's better than millions of pace cars, millions of yellow flags coming out, that's for sure. This is much more fun because we don't know what's going on, and that makes it interesting. Last lap will tell. Yeah, it probably will. I've probably been following the wrong people the whole time. It's probably just the computer's messed up, probably. The actual game. We probably are right. South Africa probably are in the lead. So Ireland will almost definitely go in the pits now, surely. They will go in the pits. Yes, they will. As South Africa continue on. Which is really, 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 really weird. Because now South Africa are now down in 8th place. And over a minute behind. Because I think everyone went in the pits before them. So something's going on here. Which is very peculiar. I'm getting a bit freaked out. It's like a ghost is taken over. Isn't it weird? Very, very weird. Who knows who's in the lead? God knows. Nobody knows. Who cares? Let's just watch. It's fun. There's the Mexicans then, who are in front of the South Africans. Canada are behind South Africa at their home track. They're so far behind. Something went on and it glitched the game, I think, and it's caused the lap timings to be out of sync somewhere. Mexico have already been in the pits. They went in with South Africa, of course, so they won't need to go back in as we start lap 31. We don't start it yet. We're still on lap 30. Be interesting to see who does start lap 30. Let's go back and see who starts lap 30. Number 35 cars in the lead apparently. It's Ireland. So Ireland are in the lead. We're on lap 30. If that lap counter changes when they go over the start finish line, then we know they are officially in the lead. Yes, they are. They're officially in the lead. Fine. At least we know. Thank God for that. Ireland lead in this race, and Russia are in second still. Mexico in third. South Africa fourth. Canada in fifth place. The Irish getting swallowed by the Brazilians there. Very slow car. I think the Irish have. Not letting it get to them though, as they continue round with 5 laps to go of the Canadian Tire road course track, the third round of the Nations Cup on tour. Ireland driving really nice round there. Very nice. 33 laps. Free to go. Officially. Ireland leading this race absurdly. No one knows how. But there is a saying that we have in the UK. And it is called the luck of the Irish. It is a pretty cool onboard view, that, wasn't it? It was pretty cool, I must say. It was very nice to watch. I enjoyed that. Very good driving from Ireland as well. And I'll be happy for Ireland to win this. I know it's a bit weird how they've won. I think what we're going to have to do, guys, you don't have to, of course, but I probably will, and go back and have a look and see where we went wrong. Could probably go back to the caution, which was around lap 16, and sit with Ireland before the caution and see what went on. So I'll be intrigued to find out how they got in the lead and got 42 seconds in front. Russia and Ireland, sorry, not just Irish. So I'd like to see how it happened and how they got to this point in the race. Yeah, showing us how it's done. Definitely. Should have watched that before I did my race last week on NASCAR Heat, shouldn't I? Cool, what a mess that was. Still made it around though, which is good. So Ireland lead this race on lap 34. We're coming to the conclusion of this race very shortly. They are chasing back markers down. And unfortunately for Canada, they will not win their home track. They wanted to desperately, but it's not going to happen for them this year, I'm afraid. Looks like we may have a new winner. First time they've ever won a Nations Cup round. And it will go to Ireland. They'll be very, very happy. As long as they don't make any mistakes like that, they should be okay. Don't forget, tomorrow we are back with the Formula 1 World Championship. It is in Shanghai in China. The coronavirus has fled, so we are allowed to participate in the Formula 1 World Championship, and it continues tomorrow in Shanghai with Lewis Hamilton leading the points table at the moment. And then Monday we are back with the Piston Cup at Iowa. So that will be a very, very good race as well. So hopefully you can make it for both races, guys. Be very, very happy if you do, and we'll appreciate it. I know everyone's busy and you can't, so I completely and honestly understand that as well. But tomorrow's race will be interesting. Shanghai looks like it's a nice track. Not tested it that well, but I will be tomorrow and see what it's like. But it looks really, really nice. Really, really well built. So the number 35 car on the 35th lap goes towards starting lap 36 of this round 3 of the Nations Cup. It's been a funny Nations Cup this year so far. We've had Canada win the first round, then we had Portugal win last time yesterday, and today it looks like we're going to have Ireland, which is, very, very odd. We've not had any continuous pattern from anyone so far. Will that all change when we go down to Mexico, down to the Autodrome Speedway? Will things change? Will South Africa manage to get a win? Will America manage to get a win? Will Canada make it a second in a row maybe? Or a second win of the season maybe? Or will Ireland, will this win give them the boost they need to push ahead and maybe go for a championship? Coming round the slow part of the track, Brazil have tried to get past the Republic of Ireland, but they just can't manage it. And it would make no difference to Brazil if they did, and it wouldn't make any difference to Ireland. They are just cruising along, going towards the start-finish line to finish this race in style and win the 3rd round of the Nations Cup. They will be wondering themselves how they got here, how they got to the front of the grid. We're all excited to say that the Republic of Ireland have won the Nations Cup 3rd round. Well done. Well done, Ireland. Fantastic. And there is the completed race results so far. Republic of Ireland, Russia, Mexico, South Africa, best finish they've had this season. Canada, USA down in 6th, best finish they've had as well, believe it or not. And we had Jamaica, who went out due to that accident. Only one caution in this race. 56 minutes we've been running for. But what I want to do now, guys, is just go back to lap 16, if you don't mind. I'm just going to pop back. There's lap 17. Right, so there's Ireland. We're on lap 15. Okay, so I just want to watch how they get from... So where are they at the moment? So they're in 1st at the moment. Okay, so let's go back one bit more. Let's go to lap 14. There you go. So they're in 5th. Lap 14, they're in 5th, okay? So let's see what happens. How do they get from 5th to 1st in such a short time? Let's take a look. They go into the pits. Okay, are we on a caution? Are we on a caution? No, we're not on a... Oh, it won't say, will it? No, we're not. There's no yellow flag. So, they go into the pits, okay? Now they're in the lead. How did that happen? How did that happen? That's a bit weird. That is a bit weird, isn't it, guys? Did you see that? Let's go back again. So, let's go back. So they're 5th. Hang on. Why hasn't it changed now? Oh, it has changed. Well, I don't know, guys. Don't know what that was about. That is proper weird how they went from 5th to 1st. I can't explain that. I'm not too sure about what happened there. But Republic of Ireland win their first race of the season. They'll be very happy as all the cars come in back to live mode. Let's go to the official results, guys. It is very strange, isn't it? Very, very strange. Let's go to the point standings official. Portugal still on top, 11 points in front of USA. See what I mean about America? They did this last season. They got top 5s and top 10s, won one race, but still went and won the championship. They could do it the back doorway again. Maybe they pitted just when the caution came out. Therefore, when they go back in the queue and the other cars pit, they jump them. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I did not think of that. That's probably how it happened. Which then would have left South Africa and Mexico behind, wouldn't it? Of course it would. Of course it would. Yeah, you're right. Well done. I'm glad one of us is on the ball, because I didn't have a clue. Thank you, the guy. I did not expect that. And Brian is going to run that race later. And he'll report back to us to see if there is any interesting things going on with that track. Yeah, America in 2nd place, very odd. Qatar in 12th, good for and Denmark, good for debut seasons. Let's go to the results of that race. So as you can see, Russia led for 13 laps, Canada for 11, Ireland for 10, and South Africa for 2. So Republic of Ireland winning that race, Russia getting the bonus points. They'll be very, very happy, very happy. So as we move on to the next race next week, we are at the Autodrome Hermanos Rodriguez Oval in Mexico City. We go from Canada down to Mexico. Thanks to Guy for watching. Thanks for explaining how that worked for me. And thank you, Brian, for sticking by the whole race. I do appreciate it big time. And thank you for anyone else who's popped by and watched in. Hopefully you'll be around tomorrow for the Formula 1 round 4. If not, we're back for the Piston Cup on Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Be safe. Keep washing them hands and keep in lockdown mode if you can. Thanks, guys. Take care. Get well. Have a lovely day.